you might have already answered your own question, and it's about being consistently listing on eBay as well. So try and keep growing those active listings. Do you promote
Yeah,
any of your
I
stuff?
think that's key. Mm.
Do you promote any of your listings?
Yeah, I tend to promote anything like over £15. So I've got some stuff on there that's like up to, most of it's promoted, and like Depop as well, most of that's boosted. So any of that, and then obviously price it a little bit higher to accommodate for the extra fees. And I've had, since I started doing that, like, because it'll tell you when you sell, this came from a promoted listing, or when people send offers. So that has been working. And sort of profit margins can accommodate that. So just need to continue on with that. And like you say, I've been trying to kind of upload daily. I think at the moment I'm only at like one, like just uploading one, but that's purely because of like how much stock I've got and how quickly I can get it all pictured and stuff. So just trying to build up a bank of like drafts ready to go, so that when I'm busier with life, I can still make something available for sale.
Yeah, I don't have anything in my draft bank because, I mean, it obviously works for most people, but for me and the way my attitude is, I want to get everything on, and that's it. And that may mean that I'm inconsistent with my listing, but ultimately, if it's on, it's available to be sold, in my opinion. So for me, it's kind of get everything on, and if I don't list anything the next day, then so be it. But ultimately, I know you need to be consistent with eBay, so maybe have a draft bank of, I don't know, say 10 that you can get on during those days that you can't, and then just list as much as you can, really.
Yeah, I'm making a draft bank today. Once I'm going to put 5 of the new items on, and then each day, I'm just going to photograph everything I've got, so I can hopefully put 5 new items on for the next few days as well.
Yeah.
So if you have a draft bank, do you review that periodically, or do you just leave it just in case you have a spare day that you don't list anything?
I just leave it. I mean, like, I'll put because I don't want to do sell similars at the moment, because I've been doing them so often. My buy it now that's like the most active runs out in like 5 days. So instead of keeping doing sell similars because I haven't had much stock, now I've got some, I'm just going to put 5 on today, do a draft of 5, another draft of 5, another draft of 5, and then hopefully I'll be able to just consistently do 5 new listings like all week then.
Yeah.
Is there any difference between scheduling and just leaving them in your draft?
I think scheduled listings. I think scheduled listings you get charged for when you release them out. I think it might be 10p a listing, something like that, rather than if you just draft it. You don't.
Yeah. I wasn't aware of that. I have been doing some scheduled listings, but I've not been.
I did scheduled for a while as well. But then it was Damien actually that told me. He said you get charged for that, and I was like, oh.
Good to know.
You might get some. You might get some that are part of your promotions, maybe. But I don't. All I've got is featured auction allowance and featured fixed price monthly allowance.
Yeah,
I just thought that if they're sitting there kind of in your draft bank for months, then you're not going to sell them.
Yeah, I mean, mine won't be sat there for months because I don't have that amount of stock to be able to do that anyway. So mine will only be sat there for a few days until I get some more. But I mean, like people like Sarah Resell, she keeps herself 3 weeks ahead. Yeah. So she's always got stock to release for 3 weeks at a time.
She's made an arbitrary number of say 10 a day, and she's banked 200.
She does 5 a day. Yeah.
5 a day,
yeah. She does 5 a day. She says that's all she puts out, 5 a day, and she keeps 3 weeks ahead.
Oh, okay.
So technically, she's only really like listing like once a month.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I didn't schedule. I did a draft bank when I went away the other day, and I did it on the Monday, and I went away on the Wednesday. But luckily, because my flight was delayed, I was just like, all right, I'll just add them there and then. So I was just like doing them. So it does help to having a bit of a draft like little bank. But like you say, I'm same with Sophie. It's like there's not much point having it on for like weeks. I'll just have it on for a couple of days and then just whack them on.
Especially as
Plus,
long as
it kind of relieves the pressure.
Yeah, it does, I suppose.
I think if you can do a week's worth, like say on a Monday, have a listing day or a drafting day, and try and get on as much as you can, then at least it frees the rest of the week up so you can go out sourcing and just quickly, whack them on each day.
Yeah,
it's not taking a lot of time then.
Yeah, because while you've already got like the listings there ready to go, you can spend your time looking for like more stock then, can't you? And then like for me on my days off, it's a listing day essentially.
Yeah,
because I don't always get time to do it before or after work. Because when I get home after work, the lights kind of fade in. The light in my flat is shit. I haven't got like a ring light or anything like that. So and then because we all know I like my sleep, I'm not up before work.
So let's try and kind of help Claire out a bit. So what does your week look like, Claire? Like the standard normal working week? Yeah.
Okay, so I'm kind of at the whims of my day job, because just the weird way that they do their rotas, they release them like I don't really get much notice, so it's like at the sort of I have to like really quickly plan my week.
Yeah.
So sort of in between doing that and so like I have a few daily tasks that I sit down and do if I've got the time. So I make sure that there's something for sale. I refresh my Depop listing, so you press edit and then list it again. So I do all of that. I tend to watch a bit of like reselling content on YouTube, like this podcast for instance, and
nice.
some of the other podcasts, and definitely watch all of your YouTube channels at the moment. So all of you have been a really big help, especially the ones where people have been going out to car boots. I like those at the moment because I haven't been able to get to any, so it's just been nice to kind of vicariously live through all of you and go with you onto your trips. So yeah, so kind of try and sit down and at least make something available for sale every day. If I've got a little bit more time, I'll get through some of my stock and get it all sort of processed ready for listing. And so very, very much like Sharon said, I'll spend like a bulk of time, probably like once a week, just getting loads of listings done together, so that the rest of the week I can just press list, and then that's all I need to do in the morning. So because I use Zip Sale and cross list across eBay, Vinted and Depop, some Etsy as well. So literally it's just in the morning you press list, and they're all there. So yeah, that's pretty much what my week looks like. If sort of budget and schedule allows, I might go outsourcing. Sort of it's a bit of a lean month this month, so sourcing trips have been very minimal. But on better months, I'll try and go out once a week, and pick a new place each time, to kind of, so I'm not seeing the same stock again and again when I go out to. Because I live in Blackburn, so I try and go there maybe like once a month, because there's a charity shop that sells everything for £1. So I just go in there. Yeah, it's great.
We're all living over there.
Yeah, I just go in there and look at every single thing, and always come out with at least like £10 worth of stuff. So yeah, so that's pretty much what my week looks like. I try and keep it consistent, but I kind of like that some days are different.
Yeah, every day is pretty much different. So